Hey Chris.
Hello.
Hey, thank you for chatting to us today.
Thanks for having me.
How's Edinburgh treating you so far?
Edinburgh's been amazing so far. I have previously, this is my fourth Fringe, and I've done the full month the previous 3 years.
Yeah.
But I'm just doing 2 weeks this year.
Oh, luck.
Which feels amazing. I got up here on Friday, the sort of second Friday of the Fringe, and lots of people were already discoed out and feeling the kind of a little bit of fatigue. And I was like, I'm here, let's do some shows, let's have some fun. Everyone was like, you need to calm down. But it was great. I had like a weekend to see some stuff and kind of just get very excited for my show. And then I had my first show last night, which was very, very good. It was amazing. I was very, very happy with it. So yeah, off to a good start.
Good. Do you want to talk us through your show and like how it came together? What's it giving?
So this year it's a work in progress. Last year was my official sort of debut hour, and I was in the museum at Gilded Balloon, which is an amazing big room, and there was lots of posters with my bleach blonde. Actually, I've still got bleach blonde hair, but it was like all over bleach as opposed to just these natural highlights.
Yeah, this honey.
Yeah, exactly. I just put some lemon juice in it. But so it was all very big last year, and lots of shows, lots of people, which was absolutely amazing. And then I toured the show last year, and as I was halfway through the tour, I was like, I think I need to like find a little bit of stillness after the tour, and I wasn't ready to really write a new hour in the kind of, it would have been like 7 months by the time I finished tour.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me have a year to really breathe and come up with something really, really different, because I'd written 2 hours previously, and I kind of think of them as my first hour I was really proud of. I was really proud of my second hour, and it kind of felt like an older sibling of the first hour. It felt like a kind of definite, like, straight evolution from one to the other. And I thought if I did another show straight away, it would be like another older sibling of the first show, just because of time management, or I don't know, I just needed to have some more ideas, you know.
Wanted to grow something separate.
Yeah, I wanted to come back. Well, hopefully we'll come back next year with something that's like still me, still like my energy, still my style, but just like a real. I wanted it to feel really different. So I'm excited to use these 2 weeks to play around, you know.
Get creative.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Just be free with it. But I'm challenging myself to like do new material every night, not the whole thing, but like do a little section every night that's like, this is brand new, as in today, and like, you know, I've got a section that I'm really, really happy with already, but I said I'm not going to do that section every night, just because there's no point doing it every night, because if it's already in a good place, goodish place, then I, you know, try something else. So that's what I'm going to do this year. So
that's exciting.
It is really exciting. It was really, really exciting until about 15 minutes before the show last night, and then I was like, is there going to be a show? And there definitely was. So wow. Yeah, I'm excited.
That's great to kind of trust the workshop nature of it all.
Yeah, and really take advantage of the workshop nature of it, because I think there could be, with me anyway, not to say all works in progress, but there could be a sort of a version of these 2 weeks where I do like the same half-ish ready show for 2 weeks, and then I feel I really want to. I say this is only day 2. I might get to the end of this week and be like, we'll just do the same thing. But I really want to make use of the 2 weeks as it's not a finished show, so don't like do the same thing every night. Try it out.
Yeah, for development, I guess.
For development, yeah.
I'm hearing from a lot of different people, different like goals from the Fringe, and yours sounds a bit more like this, like we're going to take something and grow and use the audience as like a sounding board. Yeah,
definitely. And what's amazing about the Fringe is that you do so many shows back to back. So one of the best ways, you know, or definitely one of the best ways to improve at stand-up is to you have to do it so much, and you have to get on stage, you know, as many times as you can a week, and you know, so doing you know, sometimes 24 shows in a row, you get really good. So in my first Fringe, I was doing a split bill, and I was doing 20 minutes a night, and Mark Bittlestone was doing the other 40, and I felt like I'd sort of like made great progress before that Fringe since starting, and then in that 3.5 week period, I was like, it felt like such a leap forward in just confidence and like ability, and It's just practicing. So I knew I wasn't going to bring a whole hour here finished, but I was like, it's actually really useful to go and do 14 practices in a row.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, my first introduction to you was kind of like COVID era comedy videos.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear just a little bit about how you went, or did you go from that to live shows, or were you already gigging in that era as well?
No, that was the start. So I started in musical theatre. So I'm a theatre kid. And I did that for all my 20s, and then I started doing a lot of choreography. And then the pandemic happened. So cringe to bring it up, like it's. But
just leave it in the past.
You did ask.
Honestly,
I know I never want to talk about it ever again. But the pandemic happened, and I, when you're self-employed, you know, musical theatre choreographer. I'm a fitness instructor. Like you have like a lot of like pans on the hob of like all your like different jobs, and then like COVID happened and I lost literally 9 jobs in a week.
Wow.
Or lots of different things that like we got the emails like, hey, we're closed, hey, we're closed, hey, we're closed, hey, we're closed. I was like, amazing. So yeah, and then we had like then we had the sort of opened up again, then it shut again. Anyway, so it was January 2021, and I'd wanted to do comedy for a while, but I'd felt like I was like kind of too far up the ladder of my like musical theatre career, my choreography career. I was like, I've done this for 10 years now, I can't like pivot. Like, right. I was like, you've worked so hard to get like this far up the ladder, like the thought of like jumping to a different ladder and going up from the bottom to the top. Yeah. To the top. To near the top. Felt like I was like, I can't do that anyway. But then, you know, the pandemic happened, so like it felt like a sort of like a wipe of the slate clean kind of thing.
Yeah, it gave people that opportunity to just
like do something. Yeah. And I'd always wanted to try comedy. I'd always thought that like in a parallel universe, because I always loved comedy as a kid, but I guess as a kid I loved dancing a bit more, so I like pursued dancing. But I always kind of thought in my 20s like, oh, maybe in a parallel universe, like I have a podcast, or I have a YouTube like comedy, or I do stand up, and I was always just a bit too nervous and worried about what people think, so I just didn't do it. And then in the pandemic, God, I've mentioned it like 4 times.
Yeah, God.
I was like, well, if people don't like the videos I put up, then I'm not going to see anyone till May.
Yeah.
So, bad.
Yeah, it was kind of free for all during those months, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I just, I remember saying to my friends on New Year's Eve 2021, being like, or 2020 to 2021, being like, I think I'm going to just try and post this year. And they were like, thank God we've been telling you to post. Nice. We've been telling you to do something like this for ages. And then the rest is history. Yeah, by the time everything was opening up, again, people were asking me to come and do a live set.
God, yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I don't do live. Like I'm kind of a chorus dancer in the back, and I guess I just do these silly videos now, silly with the utmost respect of the word. And then one more. My friend asked me to do. David O'Reilly was doing a one-man show in London, and he asked me to come and do 5 minutes. He was like, just come and do 5 minutes. And I thought, people are actually like asking me to do it, and if I say no, if I keep saying no, then people will stop asking, and this won't have been for anything. Yeah. So it felt very. I was also at that time very into. I am still, but I was very into like my universe and my crystals and my like, you know, like candles and everything, because I was obviously just trapped in my bedroom. So I was doing anything, you know, tarot and everything to get myself through. Yeah. So I was really like I feel the universe is like flung open a door that I should like just go for.
Yeah, it was sending you a sign for
sure.
Yeah,
and then we started doing gigs, and then I met Mark Bittlestone, and he put me on his gig, and then literally in January after that he was like, do you want to do a split bill in Edinburgh? And I was like, cool, that sounds good. And then
And so when you're developing like an idea for a video and you're developing your first 5 minutes, like where's the line there in that kind of process?
It feels quite different. I do a lot of, at the start of the process, it's a lot of improv. So at like, you know, lower stake, open mic kind of things, I do kind of like have some just bullet points that I'm like, go and try and talk about this, and then you kind of see where the funny is. And at the same time with my sketches online, I'll have an idea, I'll have like kind of aspect that I think, or outlook, or of what the character's doing, or and where I want it to go.
Something you've observed or whatever.
Yeah. And then I usually won't script it. I'll usually just improvise it. So I guess they both have similarities there.
You come out with so many. It's like a meme a minute. It's impressive.
Thank you. I am a task-oriented, quantity kind of person.
Sure.
I finally felt with content creation, I was like, I am the complete managing director of this,
full control.
And I can just do one every day, and it's my decision, and it's getting a result. So therefore, we will do one a day for the next 4 years. And as soon as you start doing anything, it's just like a muscle. For a time, I don't post every day anymore, but for a good 2.5 years, as soon as you exercise the muscle of oh, the glass on there, that's funny. Oh, the chairs under there, that's funny. Oh, the light, and you get into a real you get onto a roll with it. I found.
And do you think that's kind of the dancer in you taking it
exactly,
as this,
taking instruction and being whereas and exactly with my, again with my sort of dance training, it was very this is how you do it, and kind of almost wait until you're spoken to, and and just kind of follow instruction.
Yeah.
And I like following instruction. And I guess I gave myself the instruction of make a video every day.
Yeah.
And then what was kind of nice is that you can just make it here, and it can just be this, and then it's done. And it felt like an achievement every day. I feel especially in COVID, I was like, I've achieved something today.
And we needed that.
Yeah, so then I feel with quantity, I was like, oh, this is working. There's no, and I think I'd had kind of 10 years of lots of lovely highs, but quite a lot of lows, and some lovely spaces in between work. So when it started to work, I was like, go time. Yeah, so that's how the sort of quantity came. I was like, we can't let this go now.
That's interesting to hear about. And do you feel like your kind of dancer training comes into your live shows in any way, or?
Yes, I do move around the stage quite a lot. People have said that people have complimented my physicality on stage, and I think I definitely add an element of physicality to my inflection of my voice, and on a punchline I might do an action or a kind of move that emphasizes it. So so far I haven't added full kind of theatrics into the show so far.
Is that on the cards?
Who knows? I can't confirm or deny. But there is a lot of physical movement. So if you give me a big stage, I'll will feel I have to fill it. I run circles around the stage. Yeah.
With your online content, for example, yours with Grace Campbell, it's just iconic to me. When you guys are my sleep paralysis demons.
We're very, very happy to be that.
You appear in my dreams. You ask if I brought any tinnies or other things.
Yeah.
But what I was going to ask is collaborating like that. Is that something you have done in your live work, or you do kind of here in the Fringe at all?
I think that comes from, again, being from theatre.
Right.
I love being in a cast. I love being in a group. And I think when I started comedy, that was the first observation I found was, oh, you actually you go to these shows, get on the tube by yourself, you're there. There might be, there was obviously comedians there at gigs. And now I'm have done it for a few years. There's often somebody that I'm, friends with or friendly with, or whatever, which is lovely. But it is quite a lone wolf situation. So I love collaborating, and I just think it's so fun. And I think ideas are better, and when you get when there's someone that you can bounce off, I just think it's perfection.
I'm hearing that from a lot of comics we're talking to, is that the touring is, you never really cross over with your peers in that way, but then when you come here,
everyone's here. Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, so are you seeing a lot of familiar faces on the streets in Edinburgh?
Yeah, definitely. It can be quite overwhelming because there's because everyone is here. Yeah, I definitely have a lovely. It's a shame Grace isn't here because we ran around like fools last year together. Yeah, I have a lovely group. We were all together last night. We went to see the BBC New Comedian Heat, like kind of 5 of us, and then there was 8 of us, having a drink, and that felt very like. I feel it's taken maybe 4 years though to be like, this is like a gang we have.
That's nice.
But it feels nice to get there now. Yeah. But it is funny because people are often in a very like heightened state. Mm-hmm. Here, people might be super anxious or super, obviously, completely, consumed with their show. Yeah. It's busy. It's now hot. Then will be raining. Somebody's like really hungover. Somebody like is having a great show. Someone's having a bad show. So Edinburgh can also be quite a mixing pot of like people's energy.
I can imagine. Yeah.
But when it's good, it's fabulous.
Nice. And I suppose going from that first 5 minutes that your friend asked you to do, to bringing a show here, what led you to be like, I want to do a Edinburgh Fringe show?
It was just, I think it's just the attitude of like, we got to do it. Like I was so excited to be performing. Like I love performing so much. I love being on stage. Sue me. So when it was like suggested, do you want to go to the Fringe? I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then it was like, well, are you going to do a show next year? And I was like, yeah, of course I am. It's a bit of a no-brainer. Again, in the kind of like theatre kid. Yes, we're doing this. It hasn't. Being like, I'm not going to do a full hour this year. I feel was like the sort of. I feel from starting comedy to like the end of my tour last year. I was saying this on a podcast a bit ago. That's felt like season 1.
Got you.
And I kind of like got to the end of the tour and I was like, I'm gonna pause, or I'm gonna take the tempo down for a bit. Mm-hmm. And I'd actually never really felt that before, because honestly, in my 20s, my performing career it started and stopped enough for me.
Right.
Wasn't on stage that much, enough to need a break. At the end of a contract, I didn't have another one lined up. So when it was going, since it's been going good, I've been like, yeah, let's cut. We can't let this drop. Whereas at the end of tour last year, I was like, this has been amazing. I feel it's going to carry on. I don't think it's going to be taken away from me.
Touch wood. But that's a good position to be in.
But we can like let it settle and then come back even bigger. Yeah. And
you've got to think long term about not burning yourself out by just saying yes to everything. Right?
Yeah. But that's come from my like kind of self-employed like dancer London life, where you go like you got to say yes, like say if you sleep later. Yeah. So it did feel a nice. It was a kind of interesting feeling to actually feel of like we will lay down our weapons for 6 months. Yeah.
For you, for someone who it's their like first time bringing a show to the Fringe, what advice would you give them? It's absolutely amazing and so much fun, and you can meet so many people, and to like really embrace the positives in that way. I've made some incredible friends here. Comedians or theatre performers and international comedians that you meet and click with, and you would have never met them if you hadn't been here together, and you kind of share this weird like summer camp experience together. And I think really embracing the positives and the connections you make, kind of like what we were saying about collaborations. I just think like meeting people and finding people that you vibe with is so special in this life. Really like celebrating and embracing meeting people and finding people that you click with, and taking that with you and learning from people and watching people's shows. But yeah, I think just embrace it. I think see the great in it. In the mix of like all the chaos and hectic energy of the Fringe, do you have like a spot where you found to like get some peace and quiet? Because they can be hard to find.
Okay, that is so hard. I feel we need like, there are the artist bars, but that's a kind of weird energy. I feel, and I also think we need in London as well, and all major cities, just like a kind of like sleepover, like capsule hotel or something. Yeah. Like a kind of like sleeping bag hotel would be amazing in Edinburgh. Sure. But if you can go home, go home. Like if you've been in town. If you've been in town, you go see a show at 2, whatever, and you think, I can go home, it might only be for half an hour, and then I can come out again, go home. Stockbridge, Leith is really like kind of calm. Portobello, go to Portobello Beach. Portobello Beach, get the bus down to Portobello. Yes.
To finish up.
Camera like Fleabag.
Would you rather perform on a cruise ship or a soapbox in a basement at the Fringe?
A cruise ship, sorry.
Best song to sing in the shower?
Ooh, okay, recent, I wanna be the only one by Eternal. I wanna be the only one to hold you, protect you from the rain. It really goes down well at karaoke, and I think in the shower too.
Good stuff. Okay, well, I'll scratch the karaoke one. Song to sing in the car?
I drove all night. Yeah.
Good choice. Favorite song to cry to?
Oh, Jasmine Sullivan, Lost One.
Can we hear a bit?
Just don't have too much fun without me. Don't have too much fun. That was actually not bad.
Okay, yeah, I'm not getting it, but
yeah, after a breakup, woo, that'll really like sink you into deeper depression, but then you come out stronger.
Good. Okay. Some people will need that, I think. Favorite TikTok dance you've ever?
Whoa.
You've ever.
That I've ever.
That you've ever.
I think me and my friend Jake Lee did one to Texas Hold'em.
Good stuff.
And we got the hats and we did the bandanas, and it was a hit.
It was a hit.
Not gonna lie.
Favorite city? Your favorite city to perform in?
That is really hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Bristol.
Oh my god, we've had that already. A shout out to 3 other performers, or just a shout out to other performers at the Fringe who you think we should go and see.
You should go and see Shantify. It's a show that I've choreographed. It's in Assembly. It's 6 very talented, very handsome, very wonderful fellas singing pop songs as sea shanties.
Oh, great.
It's a no-brainer. I wish you could go see my friend Lee Douglas. Oh no, you can go see Lee Douglas in Rotus. The whole run is sold out. Get into it, but she's got an extra show on the last Friday. You should go and see Amy Webber, Wannabe. Yes. She supported me on tour last year, and she's an absolute delight. And you should go see Sophie Garrett, Poor Little Rich Girl.
On digital content creators who you think should come here and do a show?
Okay, one of my favourite content creators, Izzy Radford, is here also with a show called a play called Seating Plan. I haven't seen it yet, but she is my favourite TikToker. She's so funny. People who should.
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge Austin Farrell.
Okay.
To bring us a one-man show.
A 50-minute.
A 50-minute.
Screamer. Tina.
He does Tina Turner impressions, but he did a whole Cher Lloyd meme where he dressed up as Cher Lloyd doing everything. I want Cher Lloyd's like one person show done by Austin Farrell.
Good stuff. I would watch that. Yeah. Finally, 3 words. 3 words.
And they have to be 3.
3 words only to describe the Fringe.
Magical, exhausting, unique.
Thank you so much for chatting to us today. It's been really fun.
Thank you so much for having me. I could literally talk all day. Gosh.
Yeah.